Following her disastrous loss in Super Tuesday states, Senator Elizabeth Warren is now taking a day to assess whether or not she still has a path to the Democratic nomination. Look, I got a quick answer for her. There is no path. Drop out. Right. I'm going to be straightforward, right? According to a senior campaign official talking to The Hill, Warren flew home to Boston late on Tuesday after a rally in Detroit and has no public events scheduled for the day. Already that means no public events. Very likely she's going to drop out, but we don't know yet. Now, the campaign aide said, quote, Elizabeth is talking to her team to assess the path forward. Well, as I mentioned before, there is no path forward. She won no states outright. Yes, she won so far a total of 50 delegates. Now, that may increase, but she finished in an embarrassing third place in Massachusetts behind Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. That's her home state. Oklahoma, she also lost. That's where she's from. That's a disaster. That is an embarrassment. What are you doing, Elizabeth Warren? What are you doing? Why is she even in this race? Look, if the situation were reversed with her in the position where Bernie Sanders is and tied basically with Joe Biden and has a path to the nomination, well, then look, I'd obviously be upset because Bernie Sanders is my guy, right? But I'd be like, look, it's time to back Elizabeth Warren because at least she is not in mental decline like Joe Biden. And I don't think she'd be a guaranteed loss to Donald Trump. As I said before, polling does indicate right now that every candidate, save for Bernie Sanders, would lose to Donald Trump. But who knows, right? It might get better in a general election. But that's not going to happen. And look, I actually think that she would have made a pretty decent president. Look, she showed that she could go hard against a billionaire. She took a crowbar to Michael Bloomberg. It was one of her best moments. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Elizabeth Warren is not going to pull a Biden and have an amazing comeback. She's only further hurting her image. A lot of my fellow leftists, you guys, I know you guys are done with her, right? And have been done with her for quite some time. I know. Snake emojis and all. I get it. And look, I don't know how many, but there are a certain amount of percentage of Warren voters still out there, yes, who do have Bernie Sanders as a number two. Those people will come over. I don't know how many, but there will be people that come over, especially if Warren does an endorsement. I mean, some people won't. Some people might go to Biden, and that happens as well. But it's very clear that she cannot continue on this path. It's a two-person race now. And every minute that she stays in eliminates any influence that she might have left. And by the way, she has already lost just about all of it. She got third in her own state. If she doesn't drop right now and endorse Bernie Sanders, then she risks becoming 100% irrelevant as opposed to 70% irrelevant. If she endorses Bernie Sanders, then she may get some of her voters to back him, some who might not go for Bernie Sanders originally, and especially if she makes a case for him when it comes to the policy. But look, I'm worried, though. I know I'm sure a lot of you are as well, that I'm concerned that she will listen to her consultants. You know, those Obama consultants that have been steering her campaign basically off a cliff? Those same people, not only that, but she will listen to her incredibly bad political instincts and endorse Joe Biden. Oh, that'd be disastrous. It wouldn't make any sense to do that, in my eyes. Warren's policy proposals are closer to Bernie Sanders than they are to Joe Biden's policies. So if she actually cares about those things, then she would go to the person that is the closest to her. And so I don't understand what the play is, right? But again, here you have those idiot consultants that are saying, oh no, but understand, maybe if you back Joe Biden, you might get a cabinet pick and then maybe a chance to do some good. And look, if she thinks, well, Biden is likely to have it in the bag, I don't see her having the political courage to back someone unless she knows that they're going to be the winner. It's that thing, right? Look, Elizabeth Warren, you guys are right. She is a politician. She's an opportunist, right? But she also is terrible at politics. And I can see her making a terrible decision, just like she did when she stayed out of the race back in 2016. And believe me, you guys, I know you guys haven't forgot about that. I haven't forgotten about that. And if she does the wrong thing again here, she can kiss whatever progressive votes or credentials she's gathered goodbye. Because at the end of the day, if this happens, no one is ever going to say a good thing about Elizabeth Warren again. She will be done in progressive circles. Don't do it, Warren. And do the right thing. Endorse Bernie. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.